今こそその姿を現せ。ブルーアイホワイトドラゴン。
Blue Eyes White Dragon. This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction. But how did this dragon come to be, and what secrets does its past hold? Our story begins in ancient Egypt. The Blue Eyes White Dragon was connected to a young woman named Kizara. With striking white hair, blue eyes, and serene demeanor, Kizara possessed a unique and powerful spirit within her, the spirit of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Kizara's story is intertwined with that of Seto, a high-ranking priest in ancient Egypt. Seto discovered Kizara lying on the ground who was being threatened by a mob throwing rocks at her, saying she must be a witch. Seto shows up, asking what's going on. Shada steps forward with his Millennium Key, but reacts in shock, saying that the power within her is too strong. He screams and falls to his knees, saying that he's never felt such a powerful spirit before. Seto, staring at the girl, realizes that there's something familiar about her and recognizes the immense power she harbored. Despite the danger it posed, Seto was drawn to her. He orders the guards to bring the girl with them and give her all the food and water she wants. Then he orders the mob to leave at once, or he'll put them all in shackles. They immediately disperse. Seto visits an unconscious Kizara. He touches her face, wondering if this is the girl he saw that day long ago, the girl with the blue eyes and white hair. In a flashback, it is revealed that she is the same girl Seto once saved from the clutches of slave traders.
Anyone there?
Gone!
Then my job's done. Take this horse to the next town. Trust me, the people there will be able to help you. Ride through the night if you must.
But what about you?
Just go!
Who are you?
Seto!
Goodbye, Seto! Thank you! I shall repay you someday!
No! My village! It must have been those scoundrels! They'll pay for this!
As a result, his village is raided by the same criminals and he is forced to watch as his home is burnt to the ground. Suddenly, a huge white dragon rises over the village, roaring. The frightened marauders run away, but the dragon attacks and blasts them. Young Seto watches in awe as the dragon looms over the burning village. Seto stands over the sleeping girl, thinking that it is her. She has returned. As Seto spent more time with Kizara, something unexpected happened. He began to develop feelings for her. But Seto was conflicted. He knew that his father, Akhenaten, wanted to exploit Kizara's power for his own dark purposes. Seto was torn between his duty and his growing affection for Kizara. The story takes a tragic turn when Akhenaten, in his quest for power, attempts to forcefully extract the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Kizara, sending her to battle with the other specters. Seto, witnessing the cruel treatment of Kizara, is overcome with rage and sorrow. He summons Duels and steps into the arena to defend Kizara. He defies his father, choosing to protect Kizara rather than pursue the power she holds. Seto orders Duos to unleash its aura sword attack, thus cutting the chains suspending the arena platforms. The two criminals who are battling fall to their doom, while Seto and Kizara just barely hang on to a chain. However, one of the criminals has been saved by the web spun by his creature, and he begins to deliver the final blow to Seto and Kizara. In a moment of desperation, Kizara's true power awakens. The Blue Eyes White Dragon manifests.
This isn't over! Attack them! No!
Consumed by the dark power of Zork Necrophades and his desire to overthrow the Pharaoh, Akhenaten has transformed into the Great Shadow Magus, determined to use the power of the Millennium Items to reshape the world. Akhenaten the Shadow Magus uses his magic to create two giant rocks to block Priest Seto and Kizara's passage. Seto summons Duos and destroys the rocks. However, Akhenaten the Shadow Magus blocks their passage again. He summons Humanoid Giant and crushes Duos. Seto loses part of his life energy. Carried by the emotion, Kizara invokes her spirit, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It attacks Humanoid Giant that dodges the attack and counterattacks immediately. Kizara is knocked back. Then, Akhenaten the Shadow Magus casts a binding spell and creates a sealing tablet, attempting to trap the Blue Eyes White Dragon inside it. With rage, Akhenaten the Shadow Magus sends an energy blast towards Seto. Kizara gets in the way to intercept the attack. She is struck down. Blue Eyes White Dragon is finally absorbed into the tablet. Akhenaten asks Seto to join him one more time. Seto refuses, and then proceeds to use his sword to stab Akhenaten in the heart. While dying, Akhenaten then transfers his spirit within Seto's mind, so that together they may become the Dark King. The Pharaoh arrives, but he is too late. Seto is now under Akhenaten's control. A new duel begins between Seto Akhenaten and the Pharaoh. Seto Akhenaten summons Kizara, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. The Pharaoh then summons Mahad, the Dark Magician. The Blue Eyes White Dragon overpowers the Dark Magician. The Dark Magician is defeated and the Pharaoh loses part of his life energy. Seto Akhenaten orders the Blue Eyes White Dragon to attack the Pharaoh, but inside his mind, Seto is resisting Akhenaten's control. In a heartbreaking act of sacrifice, Kizara gives her life to transfer the spirit of the Blue Eyes White Dragon into Seto, ensuring that her power will live on through him. Breaking Akhenaten's control over Seto, Akhenaten's spirit is defeated and vanishes. Kizara's sacrifice had a profound impact on Seto. The loss of Kizara left him emotionally scarred, but it also solidified his resolve. The Blue Eyes White Dragon became a symbol of Seto's strength, but also a reminder of the woman he loved and lost. This bond between Seto and the Blue Eyes White Dragon would echo throughout history, ultimately influencing the modern-day Seto Kaiba. Centuries later, the spirit of Seto was reincarnated as Seto Kaiba, the brilliant and ruthless CEO of Kaiba Corporation. Kaiba sought to claim the power of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. His obsession led him to acquire 3 of the 4 existing Blue Eyes White Dragon cards, solidifying his status as one of the most formidable duelists. For Kaiba, the Blue Eyes White Dragon was more than just a powerful card. It was a symbol of his connection to the past and his relentless pursuit of victory. With its unparalleled strength and iconic design, the Blue Eyes White Dragon became a cornerstone of Kaiba's deck and a symbol of his dominance. With 3,000 attack points and 2,500 defense points, the Blue Eyes White Dragon has always been a force to be reckoned with. Over the years, the Blue Eyes White Dragon has evolved, spawning powerful variants like the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It is the fusion monster of 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons combined. Another variant of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. In the movie Pyramid of Light, Kaiba tributes the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to summon out Blue Eyes Shining Dragon in a duel against Yami Yugi. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon's ability makes it gain 300 attack points for every dragon monster in the graveyard. In the movie The Dark Side of Dimensions, Kaiba uses the spell card Chaos Form. This spell card allows Kaiba to ritual summon out Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Another powerful variant is the Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. The Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon has the ability to destroy an opponent's monster on the field. These are just a few variants to mention, but there are many more. Each iteration adds new dimensions to the dragon's lore, keeping it relevant and formidable in the ever-evolving world of Yu-Gi-Oh! The origin of the Blue Eyes White Dragon is a tale of power, sacrifice, and destiny. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the origins of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Until next time.